Do you want to add the seeds inside?
No.
No?
I want to add this one now.
Okay.
I think it's tasty, yeah.
Yeah, try to insert. In the previous video, I was making some soap. I was making some rosemary soap. And it's been a couple of days since I made it. And if you remember from watching the video, the batter was kind of reddish. And after curing for a couple of days, the soap turned this beautiful sage green color. So it still needs to cure for a couple of weeks. And today I decided to make another batch of soap because my husband brought me this bundle of yuzu leaves a couple of days ago. It was hanging behind me for a few days, and normally I wanted to use everything. I wanted to dry the leaves so I could use them in my cooking because I do make a lot of Asian dishes, but I thought, why not try to get this fragrance into a soap, because I'm really into like fresh scents at the moment. This is what I have left over from last year's soap. I gave a lot away, but these are everything that we have left. So I made 2 bars of soap, and that's definitely more than enough for our family of 4. So if I make another soap, we will have enough soap for the year, but I might be tempted to make kind of autumn scented one. We shall see. But today I'm using our yuzu tree leaves, and in order to extract the fragrance from the leaves, I'm gonna do a double extraction. I'm gonna do a hot oil extraction, so I'm gonna chop up the leaves, add them to my olive oil, and then do a double boiler and use a double boiler, and then when I'm gonna reach like a temperature between 50 and 60 degrees, I'm gonna turn the heat off, let it sit in there for a few hours, and then repeat the process later tonight with more leaves. And then depending if we have more storms tonight, I might do the soap tonight, or I might do it tomorrow. We shall see. But I'm kind of like gambling with this because I haven't been able to find information regarding extraction of lemon scents from the leaves. Usually what I've seen is the actual fruit. People actually use the skin and the zest of the fruit, but the leaves are so fragrant, and I believe that there's quite a bit of essential oil in them. So I'm gonna give it a try, and if it doesn't work, I'm not gonna ruin anything because I'm using my usual ratio of or my usual recipe. So it will be like a scentless soap, but it won't be unusable, if you will. Before I continue, I am a newbie to soap making. I've only started making soap last year, and I've only made 2 types of soap so far. So I'm not versed in all the terminology regarding soap making. There's a lot of things that I don't know, so I'm kind of strictly following the recipe. I'm just infusing my own olive oil with herbs that I have around the garden, but apart from that, I'm following the recipe strictly. And I will add a link to the recipe down below, but you can find it over at garterstitchfarm.com. But I will include the link down below. It's a great recipe if you're new to soap making, because I think there's a video tutorial, so it can really walk you through the steps to making your own soap. Ingredients are very simple, very basic. You don't need like distilled water or anything fancy, so it's very basic, and I think it makes really good soap. So I would definitely encourage you to check them out if you want to try out soap making. It's quite a satisfying thing to do, especially if you have an abundance of herbs in the garden that you can use and transform into herbal goodies. I'm gonna go ahead and put these down before I hurt myself with the lye. I'm gonna go ahead and weight my olive oil. I don't have much left over. I ran out of olive oil, but I have some solar infused calendula oil that I can use for the final recipe. So if I don't end up having enough olive oil content for the recipe, I might end up using calendula infused oil as well. I'm now going to use the double boiler to bring my oil to about 50 degrees Celsius, between 50 and 60 degrees Celsius. I'm going to add the crushed yuzu leaves inside, and then my water is it's steaming, so it's getting warm. And then I'm going to check the temperature of the oil. Once I reach the desired temperature, I'm going to turn it off, cover my little jar in here, and let it infuse for a few hours. if you can tell, but something happened here. I was making my second batch of soap the other day, and I've kind of had a little accident with the hand blender. So yeah, like I think the contrast in the video is going to accentuate this area quite well. I'm not going to show you the floor. I spent quite a bit of time cleaning it. It's still far from being perfect. I spent, yeah, a lot of time trying different things, looking online how to clean up soap messes, and it's much better than what it was, but it's definitely not perfect. And canning season is upon us. Tomato messes are gonna happen. I'm a very clumsy person, and yeah, I kind of don't want to end up spending hours cleaning, fix something that could have been avoided. So I ordered a rug for the garage. Yeah, I'm hoping that it's gonna kind of remedy that whole potential mess situation. So this is the calendula flowers that I grew over the past couple of weeks. I've put some in solar infusion, so this has been infusing for quite a few weeks, and I'm gonna store the flowers here for more solar infusion this summer, but also for tea or for balms that I might want to do later in the year. So I told you in the first video that I was a knitwear designer by day. And this is one of the things that I'm working on at the minute. That is a cardigan that is knit in an Icelandic yarn that is called plötulopi. It comes like a plate like this, and it's very rustic. Very natural, very rustic, and it's a great yarn to play with. So I'm on my lunch break right now, if you will, so I'm gonna spend a few moments working on this, just knitting on this sleeve. And I also need to mend my daughter's little cardigan. I designed this I think last year, and I haven't published any pattern for this because I don't know, I just kind of made it. I wrote the pattern, and I just never managed to kind of find the time to grade it and all of that. So she needed a cardigan, so she's now able to wear it. She's been wearing it for a little while already, and I had chosen these cute little flowery buttons, but it seems that I didn't do a great job at attaching them. They're also kind of tricky to pass through the buttonholes, so she's kind of pulling on them a bit. So she lost 3, I think, so I have 2. I might have a spare one, but I need to fix this because she's not able to wear it, which is kind of a shame because our mornings and evenings are quite chilly and she's in need of a lightweight cardigan. And this one is knit in cotton, is it a cotton alpaca yarn? So it's quite lightweight, it's not super warm. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that now.